Mr. E's class, we will greatly succeed. Intelligence we will breed and never ever cheat. And don't forget to show your work, because when you get that 4.0, you'll have a huge smirk.
Let's move on now to 1.44. All right, we are skipping. Notice we're intentionally skipping example 3, or what I would have called 1.43. All right, let's move on to factoring a trinomial when a is greater than 0. Go ahead and complete or do this with me. What do we got? In this example, they're going to tell us to do the same thing. So by factoring and check answer. (3x squared plus 5x plus 15 equals 17. Put your finger or circle the mistake you think students will make. I think they will forget about the 17 and they'll try to factor the left side. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this correctly. We're going to subtract 17. And this will give us 3x squared plus 5x minus 2 equals 0. Okay, from here now we can do our Xbox method. A times C, so this is A, B, C. So A times C is negative 6. My B value is 5. What are my two numbers? I think they're going to be 3 and 2. No. It's going to be 6 and 1. 6 times a negative 1 is negative 6, and 6 plus negative 1 equals positive 5. So the 5x is 6x and negative 1x. This will always go right here. Always. 3x squared, top left, always. And negative 2 in the bottom right. Always. Whoops. Alright, let's factor out the top row here. 3x squared and negative 1x have a x in common. 3x squared and 6x have a 3x in common. 6x and a negative 2 have a 2 in common. And then negative 1x and negative 2 have negative 1 in common. Let's double check our answer by multiplying. X times 3x is 3x squared. 2 times 3x is 6x. X times negative 1 is negative 1x. And 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. That matches. So I have 3x minus 1 and x plus 2. Well, I forgot to write the step above it, which just says that these binomials are answers to factoring. Okay, let's go ahead and solve this. Remember, do not divide. PEMDAS tells you to add first. And divided by 3 here. X equals 1/3. Subtract 2. X equals negative 2. And let's just check our answer. So let's do, you can do the original problem. 3 times negative 2 squared plus 5 times negative 2 plus 15 Does this equal 17? 3 times 4 minus 10 plus 15. 12 minus 10. And 2 plus 15. Does equal 17. Let's go ahead and try x equals 1/3. Okay, 1/3 squared is 1/9. 5 times 1/3 is 5/3. Just multiply across here. See that? Okay, so this one is going to become 3/9. And an equivalent is 15/9. Oops, I was peeking ahead. So this will equal 18/9, and 18/9 is just 2. So 2 plus 15 equals 17. That does match. Okay, so that's how you factor with greater than, a is greater than 1. For questions 9 to 11, go ahead and do 2 of these. Go ahead and skip 1 of them. It's already set equal to 0. Perfect. So there's my a value. C values, so a times c is going to be -6. And b value is -1. What are my two numbers? 3 and 2. 3 times a -3 times +2 equals -6. -3 plus 2 equals a -1. So this one will always be these two terms here, and that goes in the bottom left always, top right always. This blue term here, 2x squared, and the c value, -3. What does the top row have in common? 2x. Bottom row has a -3 in common. Top column here has x in common, and then this one has a +2. Let's double check our answer. 2x times x, 2x squared. -3 times x is -3x. -3 times 2 is -6, and 2x times 2 equals 2x. Nice. All right, 2x minus 3. And the other one is x plus 2. Let's go ahead and solve that by setting both of these binomials equal to 0. And this one again, PEMDAS backwards, so tells us to add or subtract first. And don't forget what we're doing here is x equals 3/2 or 1.5. Green is -2. And basically we're getting a parabola here. And remember that c value being -3. That's your y-intercept. Okay, so you didn't need to do that, but I want to make sure conceptually you know what you're doing. And let's go ahead and try to check our answer. 2 times 3/2 squared minus 3/2 minus 3. Does that equal 0? So I'm going to square that first. So I get 9/4 times 2 minus 3/2 minus 3 equals 0. So this will become, you can multiply, or this 4 here is going to become 2 times 2. Why did I do that? So I can do something like this. I can cancel these two, so I'm left with 9/2. 9/2. So 9/2 minus 3/2 minus 3. So I'm just going to subtract 9 minus 3, which is 6. 6 over 2. And 6 over 2 is 3, so 3 minus 3 is 0. That works. Okay, let's go ahead and check x equals negative 2. What is that thing? It's a parentheses. Okay, so negative 2 squared is, I'm using PEMDAS. That would be 4. Opposite of negative 2 is positive 2. This doesn't look good. I messed up, I can tell. Minus x minus 3. Negative 2. Negative 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. That gives me 7. Do you see why I'm saying this is wrong? Oop, I can see it again. It is plus 1. Plus 1. And that's why you check your answer. I knew that. Okay, so this becomes 1. Subtract 1, you get negative 1. Maybe something was wrong. Do you see why I checked my answer here? Okay, negative 1. Negative 1 squared is 1. That becomes positive 1. 2 plus 1 minus 3 does equal 0. And it checks. Let's try number 10. A is 6, B is negative 4, C is negative 4. So it's already set equal to 0. There is no greatest common factor. I'm going to go ahead and factor this. Okay. A times C, so 6 times negative 4 is negative 24. My B value is negative 5. That always goes down here. Let's think of our numbers. We get stuck like I am. You could just write them out. Larger number on the left. Oops. Any of those match? Found my winner. Alright, what combination of positive and negatives here? This is going to be negative 8 times 3 is negative 24, and negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5. So my two numbers for my B value are going to be add an x, top, bottom left, top right. 6x squared, and our negative 4. Let's take out the greatest common factor of the top row. This would be 3x. Next row would be negative 4. Greatest common factor of the first column on the left there, this is going to be a 2x. And this one will be a plus 1. Okay, double check by multiplying 3x times 2x, 6x squared, 3x times 1, 3x, 2x times negative 4, negative 8x, and negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Okay, so 2x plus 1, 3x minus 4. Set them equal to 0, and let's solve them. Divided by 2 here, that gives you x equals negative 1/2 as a solution. And 3x minus 4 equals 0. Remember, PEMDAS backwards, add first, add and subtract. And then divided by 3 here. Answer. Okay, let's go ahead and check our answer. 6 times 4/3 squared minus, it's not going to be fun. I shouldn't say not fun. Not easy. 6 times, okay, square that. So 4 squared is 16. 3 squared is 9. Minus 20 over 3 minus 4. So I got 96 over 9 minus, I'm going to make an equivalent fraction to be 60 over 9. Do you guys know why I did that? I did that because I want to subtract these two. So that'll give me 96 minus 60 is 36. And 36 divided by 9 is 4, and 4 minus 4 is 0. So that matches. Okay? Let's go ahead and check 4/3. What? That was great. Okay, sorry. I'm counting down. X equals negative 1/2. 6 times negative 1/2 squared minus 5 times negative 1/2 minus 4. Okay, 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4. Just multiply across, negative times negative is positive, and that gives me positive 5/2. So this will give me 6/4 plus, multiply by 2 over 2 would give me 10/4. I'm getting an equivalent fraction, and the reason I'm doing that is so that I could subtract this problem right here, or add. So 6 plus 10 is 16 over 4, and 16 over 4, so 4 minus 4 equals 0, and that checks. That was question number 10. Let's go to question number 11. Set equal to 0. 5, 20, and 12 do not have a greatest common factor. I'm going to go ahead and identify my A, B, and C. A is 5, B is 28, C is negative 12. They are never ever has an X in it for the A, B's, and C's. Let's go ahead and use our Xbox method of factoring. And it might be helpful for you to always write up the letters. A times C, so 5 times negative 12 is negative 60. My B value is 28. Alright, we need to think of numbers or factors of 60. So you'll notice I have the larger numbers on the left. I like to count down, so 3 and 20, 4 and 15, 5 and 12, 6 and 10. Okay, do any of those help us? They do not, blah, blah, blah. Did we miss anything? Five is 0 extra 1, 62, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm missing something. Alright. I'm going to show you my trick. Let's see if this works. Y equals clear. 60 divided by X. Second table set. Auto. Start at 1. Do 1. Table. Okay, so 60 divided by... Okay, so it's telling me all the factors right there. I don't know if you recognize that. 60 divided by 1 is 60, so 1 times 60, 2 times 30, 4 times 15, no. 12 and 5, no. 15 and 4, no. 20 and 3, no. 30 and 2, duh! You guys are probably staring right at it. I don't know, I just had to see it. Why did I write 15 times 2? That's why. Did you guys see that? Come on, Mr. Ring. Okay. So, 30 minus 2 equals negative 60, and 30 minus 2. 30 times negative 2 equals negative 60. 30 plus negative 2 is 28. Add an X here. Those two are always going to go in the bottom left, top right. 5x squared, always, and then negative 12, always. Okay. top row, left and right, greatest common factor is an x. You can kind of cheat, so go to the greatest common factor of the column. This would be 5x, so this one's going to have to be a 6. Over here it's going to be -2, and -2 times 6 is -12. So x plus 6 right there, and 5x minus 2. Let's go ahead and solve that. Remember, PEMDAS backwards to solve. X equals 2 over 5. Whoop, whoop. Alright, x plus 6 equals 0. Subtract 6, you get x equals -6. Let's check our answer. 5 times -6 squared plus 28 times -6 minus 12. Why do I do that? So 5 times 36 times 28 times 6 gives me 168. 5 times 36 is 180. Minus 168 is 12, so 12 minus 12 equals 0. Matches. Alright, let's do the fun, wonderful fraction. 5 times 2/5 squared minus 20 plus 28 times 2 over 5 minus 12. Does that equal 0? So exponents first. We are simplifying here, so I'm just using PEMDAS, which means parentheses and exponents. So 2/5 times 2/5 is 4 over 25. And this one is going to be multiply across, so 56 over 5. And this multiply across, you'll get 20 over 25. This one I'm going to multiply by 5, so whoa. Yeah, this is going to work. 0 extra 3, 280 over 5, 25. So this will get me 300 divided by 25, which is how many quarters in $3? That will be, I'm assuming, 12. And 12 minus 12 is 0. Works out. Okay, let's go on to questions 12 to 14. Complete 2 of these and then go ahead and skip one of them. Same idea here. Alright, question number 12 to 14. Complete 2 of these, skip 1 problem, solve each equation by factoring. Alright, so this one's already set equal to 0 and there is no greatest common factor. So I'm just going to identify my A, which is 12, B is -8, and C is 1. A times C is 12. My B value, which is -8. You can write out the factors. I think we got a winner there. 6 and 2. Okay, so I multiply them, they equal, so both negative, yeah? -6 times -2 is positive 12. -6 plus -2 is -8. Let's go ahead and alright, what am I doing with this thing? Okay, so B value, these two will always go bottom left and top right. Always. There I have 12x squared. That one, the whole thing will go in the top left, always. And then bottom right is positive 1. That value, the C value, always in the bottom right. Okay, now we're going to take out the greatest common factor for the top left, top row. This one's going to be a 2x. And the bottom row is a little tricky, so I'm going to go the other way and you can kind of see your answer. So the first column to the left, the GCF would be 6x. And this one has to be a -1. How do I know that? you can multiply, right? 2x times 6x is 12x squared. 2x times negative 1 is negative 2x. And so obviously that one has to be a negative 1, because negative 1 times 6x is negative 6x. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Ooh. All right, let's get 2x minus 1 and this one 6x minus 1. And I just want to draw your attention to the future that basically we started from the inside of the box going out. Next unit or module or chapter will go from the outside in, which is just multiplying, which I've actually shown you there. All right, 6x minus 1 equals 0. Add 1 to both sides. 6x equals 1 divided by 6x equals 1/6. Okay, so 2x minus 1 equals 0. Add 1 to both sides. 2x equals 1 divided by 2x equals 1/2. Remember, what you're doing here is your a value is positive 1/2, x equals 1/2, x equals 1. Whoa. I know, 1/6 is actually there. And your graph is like something like that. And then your c value is like 1. So remember, we're trying to see those blue and purple dots. Let's go ahead and quickly check our answers here. What do we got? 1/6. 12 times 1/6 squared minus 8. 1/6 plus 1. 1/6 squared is going to be 1/36. Just multiply across, you'll get negative 8/6 plus 1. Is this equal to 0? Put it over 1, 12/36. I'm going to multiply this one by 6/6 so that I can get negative 48/6. Whoa. Over 36. No, something's wrong. No, that's right. 12, negative 48 is negative 36/36, which is negative 1. And negative 1 plus 1 equals 0. Alright, let's do this one right here. 12 times 1/2 squared minus 8 times 1/2 plus 1 equals 0. 12 times 1/2 squared. 1/2 squared is 1/2 times 1/2. So you just multiply across and you'll get 1/4 minus 8/2. Multiply across 12/4. This will give me negative 16/4. And that'll give me negative 4/4, which is negative 1. And negative 1 plus 1 equals 0. Whoop. Okay, number 13. Set equal to 0. Yes. Set equal to 0. Greatest common factor. 2, 11, and 40 are not multiples of 11 or are not all even. So we're good. A is 2, B is negative 11, and C is negative 40. Next box. Okay. A times C. So that would be 2 times negative 40 is negative 80. B value is negative 11. So let's write down the factors. 80 and 1. 40 and 2. 4 and 20, 5 and 16. 8 and 10 if you need it. 16 and 5. What two numbers will multiply by -8 but add to -11? So that'd be -16. So -16x, 5x, 2x squared. And -40, -40, -40. Is my C value. Always put it up there. Okay. Top row. The GCF is X. Bottom row. -4, is that right? Left column, 2x. Now I know why this is wrong. Why is it wrong? 2x times -4 is not -16. Does that make sense? So this is a greatest common factor of an 8. That makes sense. And this one will be a +5. So let's multiply x times 2x. 2x squared. X times 5 is 5x. -8 times 2x, -16x. -8 times 5, -40. Done! So x minus 8. 2x plus 5. And remember, check your answer. We've done that before in the warm-ups, but you can use your FOIL. All right, 2x. What happened to my pencil? 2x plus 5 equals 0. Subtract 5 from both sides. 2x equals -5 divided by 2. X equals -5 halves. Oh yeah. Okay. X minus 8 equals 0. We're doing the zero product where we're setting each of those binomials equal to 0. And add 8 to both sides, x equals 8. Let's double check our answer. 2 times 8 squared minus 11 times 8 minus 40. 2 times 8 squared is 64 minus 11 times 8 is 88 minus 40. 64 times 2 is 128 minus 88 is 40, and 40 minus 40 equals 0. All right, 2 times -5 halves squared minus 11 times -5 halves minus 40. -5 halves squared is -5 halves times -5 halves. Negative times negative is positive. 5 times 5 is 25 over 4. Negative times negative is a positive. That would be 55 over 2. So multiply across here. So that would be 50 over 4. I need an equivalent fraction here. So this will give me 110 over 4. 25 over 4. 55 over 2, 10, okay. Let's see, that is right, it is right, oh yeah. So 160 over 4 is 40, and 40 minus 40 is 0. It works. Number 14. Oh, the little tricky ones they gave us, is it set equal to 0? No, it's not, so. This is a common mistake here. Students would normally, who make a mistake, will say C equals 21. C equals 21 is wrong because it has to be set equal to 0, like this. See? C is actually -21. Big mistake. Okay. Let's do our X box. Okay, A times C is 3 times -21, which is -63. My B value, which is 2. Let's write all the factors. 63 and 1. No 2, 3 and 21. 9 and 7. Any of those match? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. 9 times negative 7 gives me negative 63. 9 minus 7 gives me 2. 2x is 9x, negative 7x. 9x, negative 7x. They always go in those positions. Always. 3x squared and negative 21. Okay, so let's go through the rows. This is x is your greatest common factor between 3x squared and negative 7x squared. This one looks to be a 3. I'm thinking a positive 3. If I go up here to the top column, that would be 3x and negative 7. Does that work? Yes, it does. Check your answer. X times 3x, 3x squared. X times negative 7, negative 7x. 3x times 3 is 3x, 9x. And 3 times negative 7 is negative 21. So we have x plus 3 and 3x minus 7 equals 0. Okay, so 3x minus 7 equals 0. Add 7, 3x equals 7. Divided by 3x equals 7/3. And over here in the purple, x plus 3 equals 0. Subtract 3, x equals negative 3. Okay. Let's check our answers. Just using the original equation up here. And that's, so we're simplifying, so we're going down. So parentheses exponents, 3 times 9 minus 6, does that equal 21? 27 minus 6 does equal 21. Thank you. Okay, 7/3. 7/3 squared times 3 plus 2 times 7/3. And does that equal 21? 7/3 times 7/3 is 49/9. Make a fraction by any whole number by putting over 1. So I get 14/3. I want an equivalent fraction over here. So I notice that it's a 9. So I need to get that one to be a 9. So 7 extra 2, 12, 147/9. Feel free to use your calculator. 14 times 3 is 242/9. And this will give me 189/9. And that 9 goes in 18 twice, 9 and 9, 1. Yay! It checks.
Yeah, I love doing math. You love doing math. We love doing math. Let's all do math. 'Cause we love doing math.